Hello and welcome to the Hope CBD Stadium with me, Alistair Mitchell, for the opening day of the SBS Scottish Women's Premier League 2, where Hamilton Academic will take on Hearts. Both sides will be considered amongst the strongest for the favourites of the SWPL 2 title, making today's encounter a huge match to kick things off. Hearts finished third last year, behind champions Motherwell and Kilmarnock, but have strengthened over pre-season, bringing in 2018 SWPL 2 Player of the Year, Lauren Evans, alongside former Spartans midfielder Rachel Walkinshaw and former Hibs and former forward Caroline Herron. Gary Doctor gives two new signings their debut today as Accies line up with Lauren Grant in goals, Fitzsimmons, Fraser, Connolly and Quinn in the back line. Anderson, Quigley, Sturrock and McIntosh in midfield, while Bullock and Sloy up front. Andy Enwood has gone for Much, Delworth, Hunter, McAvoy, Walkinshaw, Kidd, Cars, Pagliarulo, Caney, Evans and Mohan. With us today we have two Accies legends and Elaine Fleming, former goalkeeper who spent over 20 years at the club and won SWPL 2 in 2016, and Jennifer King, who spent several years at Hamilton before a successful move to Durham in England's top flight. Elaine, Jennifer, it's great to have you both here. How does it feel to be back?
It's really nice to be back. Just a wee reminder of how the women's game's really moved on in the last couple of years. The professionalism just keeps growing year on year, and I think even Jen's time in the WSL would say that we're starting to match those kind of standards.
How about yourself?
Yeah, no, I agree. I think, obviously going away for a number of years down south, it's great to be back and actually see, how far the club's come since I left. And, when I was here, it was already working at a really high standard, so it's just credit to the club for how far it's actually come on in a few years' time.
Yeah. And we've got a big game today to kick things off. How do you see the game panning out?
Yeah, I think it's going to be tight. Obviously these two clubs are the two clubs clamouring for that to go back up to the SWPL 1, so I think it's a good test to start the season. Accies will know straight away from today, after the first 90 minutes, if they're in the mix straight away or if there's further steps they need to take to get to that level, so I think it's a great way to start the season for them.
Yeah, I think I agree with that, to be honest. I think for any club you want to start playing against the best from the offset to really go and see what the standard's like and what it is that you need to match. There's no point in getting into the season, with an easy start. So this will be a real good test for both teams to get their foot in the league and see what it's going to look like.
Yeah. And both teams have brought in a few signings. Is there anyone you're keen to watch today, or are you just looking for a generic good performance from both of the teams?
I think both of us played alongside a couple of these players who have now returned to the club, which is really nice. So it'll be good to see the likes of Nick Sturrock play and Jill Sloy as well. Yep. For me, players that played with us in the past and were always really good talents at that point. So it'll be good to see how they're getting on and if they've managed to advance as well in their style.
Yeah, and I think Gary's made good signings. He's got a lot of youth internationals in as well, which can only help the club and also promote these players' national ambitions as well. So it's exciting to see the likes of Kirsty Fraser back again, Amy Anderson, but also adding in your Kirsty McIntoshes and stuff that joined at the end of last season, but really bringing the standard right up for the club.
Fantastic, and we'll talk to you after the game, but that's all the talking done for now. We'll now move over to the match highlights. It's Accies versus Hearts. A tough match here, ending in Hearts taking the victory 2-1. What did you guys think of that match?
A tough one for me as well, to be honest. I think a draw probably would have been fair on the balance. I think both teams had spells. I think Hearts started better both halves, but Hamilton grew into the game in the first half and again in the second. But for Hearts, the performance was quite professional in a sense that they managed the game really well, and then once they got 2-1 up, it was obvious they were going to just play out the rest of the game and take fouls when they could and slow the game down, which obviously played into their hands. But for me, Hamilton have been punished for mistakes, and I guess it's something we experienced quite a lot of when we were at Hamilton as well. But the goal that brought Hearts back into it, you're thinking losing play in the middle of the park. You're not thinking for a second she's going to shoot, but at the same time, she's had the vision and the ability to put the ball over the keepers. But Hamilton were very much in the ascendancy at that point, so that takes the sort of sucker punch out the game for me. And then the penalty, I couldn't really see whether it was from where I was standing, but again, it just sort of let them into the game when I don't think it was fair on the balance of the play at that time.
Yeah, I think it just shows at this level, if you're going to make mistakes, you will be punished. So unfortunately, that's something Aki's will need to learn today, and I'm sure the management team will be in talking the players through the game. But I think there's lots of positives to take as well from the game. Like, as you say, Aki's had chances right at the end too. Like a wee bit better contact on that header, it probably would have been in as a draw, and I think a draw would have been a fair result today. But fair play to Hearts, they upped the pace when they needed to, and as Jen said, once they got that goal, they just made sure that they eked out the win for themselves. So it was a good start to the season, I think. But yeah, there's plenty of positives to build on, even though it was a defeat. Did
anyone stand out for you in that match?
Kirsty McIntosh for me.
Yep.
I think she looks a threat for Hamilton the whole game. So you could see that when she got on the ball, things were going to happen, and her bit of quality for the Hamilton goal was fantastic. So she looks like a real good player going forward. For me, Hearts number 8,
Yep.
centre of the park, she came into a really good game in the second half, and I think she was pivotal for them and how they managed to deal and manage the second half. So good players on both sides, to be honest. And if this game is relative to how the season's going to look, it's going to be a good season.
Yeah, I'd agree. Kirsty was probably the most outstanding player on the pitch today. I think it was good to see somebody like MT come on that played for the club previously. Lots of pace, probably didn't get a lot of chances today to show it, but that's positive as well. Maybe adding a wee bit extra in that attacking third will make a difference as the season grows as well.
Thanks very much, Elaine and Jennifer, for joining us. I hope you come back.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate it. Cheers.
And that's all from us today at the Hope CBD Stadium. I hope you join us next week where we're up against Partick Thistle in an away game. Thank you very much and goodbye.